It is time now to know what's on the front pages of Nigerian newspapers. Joining me now is lawyer and social development advocate Jide Ologun, as well as lawyer, public affairs analyst Tunji Abdulhameed. Gentlemen, good morning. Thank you for joining us on TVC Breakfast.
Good morning. Thank you for having us.
All right, let's head straight to the papers, and I begin with the Daily Champion. PDP crisis deepens as two acting chairmen emerge. Suleiman faction fixes emergency NEC meeting for Friday. Akinwumi suspends National Working Committee indefinitely. All right, you find details of that story on the pages of the Champion newspaper. To the First News newspaper, NDA attack. Bandits demand 200 million naira ransom for abducted major, as ACF declares incident a national embarrassment. That's the Arewa Consultative Forum speaking. Attack and assault on Nigeria's territorial integrity. Kaduna Assembly Speaker. Northern elders demand sack of NSA. All right, let's quickly move now to the Blueprint newspaper. Attack on NDA shows nation security is on reverse gear. ACF says it is an embarrassment to founding fathers. Two officers killed, one kidnapped. Will track down perpetrators. DHQ, that's Defense Headquarters. El Rufai empathizes with NDA families of slain officers. All right, to the Daily Times, insecurity apprehension trails bandit attack on NDA Kaduna. Apprehension trails bandit attack on NDA Kaduna. To the Nigerian News Direct, still talking about the NDA attacks. Two soldiers killed, one other abducted as bandits attack NDA. Military begins manhunt. Nigerians have lost hope in Buhari APC. Ologbondinho speaking there. All right, to the Business Day, citizens helpless as bandits humiliate Nigeria's military. Citizens helpless as bandits humiliate Nigeria's military. Details on the pages of the Business Day. To the Punch newspaper, outrage as uniform-wearing gunmen invade NDA. Errant officers to face trial. Terrorists in army uniform subdue military officers, kill two, abduct one. Our security architecture was compromised, says Nigeria Defense Academy. It's terrible, a big embarrassment to the nation. ACF Sukapu others lament. To the Nation newspaper, military launches manhunt for officers, abductors at NDA. Gunmen kill two officers, injure another. ACF, PDP, others. It's embarrassing. DHQ, they sneaked in after breaching the perimeter fence. Our security compromised. Right, to the Daily Sun now. Fury over terror attack at NDA. ACF, YCE, Ohaneze, others express outrage as two officers are killed, major abducted. Our security architecture was compromised, says NDA spokesman. CDS, it's not banditry, but robbery attack. All right. We move to the Guardian newspaper now. NDA attack slap on military. Yoruba Northern elders fume. Bandits contact NDA, demand 200 million naira ransom for abducted major. Source. Nigeria security on reverse gear, says Arewa leaders. Group demands immediate overhaul of security architecture. Nigerians have lost hope in Buhari APC, says PDP. And to the Nigerian Tribune, shock as bandits kill two military officers, abduct one inside NDA. Founding fathers didn't establish NDA for bandits to take over ACF. We are after them. DHQ, Defense Headquarters speaking. Nigerians have lost hope in Buhari APC. PDP responding or reacting to the development. Attack indicates collapse in Nigeria's intelligence network. Northern elders reacting as well. All right, to the Vanguard newspaper, fury as bandits attack NDA, kill two officers, kidnap one officer, injure another. NDA vows bandits will be apprehended. I suspect insider collaboration. CDS speaking there. NDA invasion worrisome. Colonel Agbede. Nowhere is safe anymore in Nigeria. Bandits are in total control. retired AVM Ararile reacting there. This should be turning points in fight against banditry. Brigadier General Usman also reacting there. And finally, on the front page of the Daily Trust, still talking about the NDA attack. While NDA security was compromised, bandits live peacefully near Academy. A majority of troops posted elsewhere. Soldiers on guard mysteriously fell asleep. Invasion, a huge embarrassment. Right, gentlemen, that will be, this story is our focus for the review this morning, talking about the NDA attack. We've seen reactions from across the country, and I would like to begin with your reaction to this development. Let me begin with you, Tunji.
Yeah, the attack on the NDA is it's not funny. It's not funny. It's embarrassing. It's insultive, and it's a confirmation that no one and nowhere is safe in this country. It is a confirmation that our security is porous, and we need to rejig. In other words, you see, I am not surprised though that
really?
this is, yeah, because if Asoro can be robbed, or the flat, or the what's it called, the apartment of the chief of staff to the president can be burgled in court, then no way. That means Asoro, I will not be surprised if by tomorrow we are told the rob, according to the military men, and say it's not a banditry.
Some are saying it's robbery. Some are saying
if those robbers who attack Asoro and say and cut away with certain things, those who did the Asoro, nobody has been arrested, nobody has been punished, and everything
we didn't hear anything about it.
So there is nothing. So you see, we are in a country where we just ignore so many serious things. This is just this in a serious country, in a country where they are very serious in terms of or they see this kind of thing as an embarrassment. People will have head will have rolled.
Yeah, between yesterday
and yes,
and today.
Head will have rolled, and then I will not be. The excuse was that probably those in charge of CCTV slept off. How many of them are there? Is it only one person, 2 or 3 or 4? How many hour? How many times do they operate? Is it daily? Is it shift based system? What I'm trying to say is that look, yes, let's even assume that they slept off. I will not be surprised.
But how could they have known? Does the attackers known that at this time they are asleep?
And that's another question to be answered. And you see, I've lived in the barrack before. I have a brother who's now a brigadier general. When he was a captain or major, I used to live with him in Port Harcourt, and I know the way we go in and out of the what's it called. Once it's 6 o'clock, for you to enter, there will be serious scrutiny, even if you are a military man. So you see the way there's a compromise somewhere. Yes, maybe probably we have people inside that who are giving information regarding
which is what the chief of defense staff
probably because of our porosity, they've studied the situation on ground, and they're able to ascertain that look, this place is not even difficult to attack. You know, they've been trying us. Asoro, this is not the first attack on a military base, and in fact, we should not even also be surprised, because Kaduna is one of our major military base. We have so many military bases in that Kaduna, yes. And Kaduna today is one of the major areas where insecurity has been, yes, and nothing has been done. And we gloss over it. We talk about ethnicity.
But the governor would differ on that aspect of you saying nothing has been done.
What has been done?
There were offensive operations going on not too long ago.
How many have been arrested?
For which the governor asked that schools be closed.
Oh, so that is a result. That's an achievement.
That was what he said.
What is the purpose of Boko Haram? What is the objective? It's not to close the school. That means they are winning. So and for the government. He said,
quickly so that we can go on this break, he said that because of the offensive going on, offensive attack, they ensure that they close the schools to protect the students.
I disagree with him.
All right.
That is not the proper way to go about it. Somebody is saying you cannot operate and you are closing up and you're saying you are winning.
No, because there is an offensive going on.
Yeah.
So you have to ensure the safety of students. Now we'll come to you, Jide Ologun, to get your perspective to this attack on the Defense Academy.
You know, as described, it's an ugly development. The Nigerian Defense Academy has earned a reputation of a high-profile training center for the military, and over the years, it was established in February 1964. And if we are having this breach, I think there are handwritings on the wall. And I did a search that disclosed the most dangerous countries in the world. And right now, Afghanistan is #1. We all read or heard about what happened in Afghanistan recently as terrorists took over that government.
Okay, quickly, you need to hold your thoughts because of some technical challenge with your microphone. So I'll come back to Tunji Abdulhameed as we look to address that. So, Tunji, you talked about the issue of ensuring that the security architecture within the Defense Academy be looked at, and I'm wondering if that's what that will change. How much of a game changer would that be to addressing the security situation?
I'm not talking only about security architecture of the what's it called?
Defense
Academy. Everywhere in the country. We don't even have, you know.
But we recently just did.
You see, we are doing the same thing the same way, and we're expecting results. We don't have enough personnel. We have been saying this before this coming into office of this government. There is no serious effort in recruiting people. We still have low number of people. A majority of the officers are attached to the VVIPs and some other Aso Rock and whatever. We don't have enough of them. So that's why I say I will not be surprised if truly those in charge of CCTV slept off. They might be overworked, and they are human beings. If you are overworked, you can be taken away by nature. So if you don't have enough personnel, this kind of thing can happen. And we are not serious. In a country where there's, like I said, I want to repeat myself again. It is not only the officers who slept off that will be fired. Even the chief of army staff in a country where they are serious. Today, let's say, I'm telling my destination, this embarrassment to the country. I've caused embarrassment to my country. The president will have said, this is embarrassment. He will have also in the way say, I resign. Because most people will talk about, is it the president that will do it? Those who are working as ministers, those who are working on behalf of for the president. Because the president just appoint the ministers to assist him in doing his job. So in other words, the job being done by the ministers, the job is for the president.
Right.
They are just assisting him. So for people who say, will he be the one to be doing everything? Yes, he cannot do everything. That was why he appointed them, but he must supervise them. I don't see adequate supervision from the president. I have not been seeing that. There is no serious. We are told we have a Tucano jet or whatever or fighters on ground. Have they been working? Have people been trained to be able to even use that?
They were sent for that.
How many of them? To be able to even use. So why are we waiting for them to attack us before we use it Tucano jet? These people have tried us. They have stayed back in their bush or bushes. They realize that look, let's even go and try them in their own domain, and they are doing that now, and they are succeeding. So if they are telling us that no land is being conquered, no territory is under the control, yes, they may have changed their tactics. They don't want to do away with conquering territories.
Let's get back to Jide Ologun now to get his perspective on this matter.
You know, I mentioned the fact that if you look at the most dangerous countries in the world,
right,
Afghanistan is #1. And look at what happened in Afghanistan recently, how the Taliban came and took over the government. And we are saying in Nigeria that may not happen. But I am worried by what is going on now. Struggling to maintain the territorial integrity of Nigeria in Borno State. We've read reports of how these Islamic States of West Africa province hosted their flags in Niger State. And we were warned that is close to Aso Villa. Now we have the NDA, being raped by terrorists, however you describe it. And it's even a huge shame if we are talking of a country of over 200 million citizens and a very solid government, that those in charge of CCTV, those whatever excuse, there are areas you don't breach. And the warning I just have is that the perception from the public relations angle is that the government is not serious about securing this land. And Section 14, subsection 2 of the Nigerian Constitution 1999 as amended says that the security and the welfare of the people shall be the primary purpose of the government. And of course, I acknowledge the efforts of the government, but in my study of the most dangerous country, Nigeria is listed between the Republic of Congo and Ukraine. You can go and search it, and it's been reported we are the third most terrorized country, and we are talking about poverty. Why wouldn't there be poverty in the land? Why wouldn't there be agitations in the land when we allow terrorism? I have said it.
Allow?
Yes. And I can be quoted.
How so? Are we really allowing them? Because those are very strong words.
Somebody said that you don't complain about what you condone. I'm worried. And we are beginning to paint the picture now that this thing is just in the northeast. That is what they are pushing out. All parts of this country are not secured. And we are debating repentant Boko Harams and this and that. I have mentioned it. And we will begin again now on another agenda to enlighten the people. I've asked this question. Now we are talking about assimilating repentant Boko Harams, people that have been radicalized and they are being pushed across the country. Now NDA is attacked. The Attorney General of the Federation told us they have identified the sponsors of Boko Haram. Where are they? These are questions. How many bandits have been brought for prosecution? Let's ask these questions. My president brilliantly, and I commend him for that revelation, beautiful intelligence report, that those who are bringing ammunition into Nigeria, some of them are from, this Libya or wherever.
Yes,
you know?
Libya.
And I asked a simple question. Why didn't they take this ammunition to Rwanda? Why didn't they take this ammunition to Ghana? So Ghana is attracting the highest level of foreign direct investment. And we are attracting high rate of terrorism. I'm disturbed. I love this country. And our motto says unity and faith, peace and progress. We cannot boast of unity. The fate of people in Project Nigeria is waning. Right now, medical doctors, resident doctors are on strike. Some of them are being taken away by Saudi Arabia and other countries.
Yes. All
right. We are not. Where is the peace that will lead us to the progress? And what does progress represent? Progress represents prosperity. So now, by rating, we are the capital of poverty. We are the third most terrorized country in the world. The food hunger, you don't want to list these things. Now schools are being shut. And we have a government. I wish this government the best. I've always said it. History is documenting everything that is happening.
Absolutely.
But please watch out that what happened in Afghanistan will not happen in Nigeria. That is my concern. And we pray for this country, a country that by just a singular example has the highest deposit of proven gas in Africa and yet the capital of poverty. May God help this country and take us out of where we are now. And it takes a decisive action from those who are managing the country. And we know, my personal prayer really is that this should be the worst season for my country. I love my leaders, I love my country.
When you say decisive action, what should that be? Quickly, before we wrap up.
These bandits, who are they? It's like we are romancing them. I was reading the governor of Kaduna State brilliantly saying you have to bombard them. Who will go and bombard them? Is it Jide Ologun?
All right.
These are the questions. My brilliant colleague asked a question. The cargo jets are there, the equipment are there, and everything, and all we come to say is to threaten, this is a barbaric action, this is a dastardly action, and industrial psychology. You talk about reinforcement theory. So what happened in a room, perhaps, in Borno State in 2002, war against Western education is almost engulfing the nation now. Kidnapping, raping, banditry, different forms of crime against the land. All right, so it is the responsibility of the government. We push it to the people. Are the people not supporting? People are even scared now to give information to the relevant security agencies. So government rise up to the occasion. And now we have to leave the conversation.
I know there's a lot you want to pour out, but we have to go now. Our time is up. Gentlemen, thank you so much. Lawyer Jide Ologun and public affairs analyst as well as a lawyer, Tunji Abdulhameed. Thank you so much for your time.